Welcome to Ohio Air Gun Shooter. In this video, we're following up on the Taurus PT 24/7 Gen 2 from Cybergun. In the previous video, we did some velocity testing using 0.20 gram BBs and 0.25 gram BBs. We had some pretty good velocity numbers out of each, all the way up into shots 60. Today we're going to do some accuracy testing, some short-range target testing from a distance of about 6.5 yards indoors. And the indoor temperature will be 71 degrees Fahrenheit. To refresh, this is a 6mm CO2 powered airsoft replica of the Taurus PT 24/7, and it is a blowback airsoft pistol. Now, we'll be using 0.20 gram and 0.25 gram BBs again today. I have each loaded up into the magazines. I'm going to be shooting in 10 round groups of each, and we'll see how we'll do with accuracy. It does have the BAX hop up. I haven't adjusted it, so I'm just going to do everything by eye today and see how we do at just 6.5 to 6 yards. If you haven't seen the previous video, I'll drop a link down in the description and you can check it out later. Again, it shows the velocity all the way up until shot 60 of each BB. So we're just going to do some target testing today. If you haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I really appreciate and thank you for being here today. The first round of target testing, we will use the 0.20 gram game face. These are field grade 6mm BBs. Today's target is just paper. I'll start with the left target. My aim point will be just below this orange stick on target. And then we'll do 10 rounds here, and then we'll do 10 rounds to the right. And my distance again will be from 6.5 to 6 yards. And back here. And I will be shooting from an unsupported position. Again, it is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. My furnace is actually just about ready to kick back on. So let me get everything set up and we'll get on with the target testing. So I'll be doing 10 shots with the first magazine, and then I'll actually reload this magazine with the next 10 shots. So I continue to use the same CO2 cartridges, and then with the 0.25 gram BBs, I'll use the second magazine and do the same thing as well. So, the Taurus PT 24/7 Gen 2 from Cybergun with 0.20 gram BBs. Started wide to the right, a little bit of grouping. So we'll try 10 more shots on the right target. Alright, got another 10 shots loaded up. Again, the right target. Let's see if we can tighten up that pattern. Still a little bit to the right, but a little tighter group. I hurried a couple of those shots. I felt myself kind of pulling it, so some of that is me. I'm sure could tighten that up with more practice, more patience, better trigger pull, but not bad. On to the 0.25 gram BBs. Okay, 0.25 gram BBs. 10 more shots. Same thing, left target first, then the right. Unsupported position. A little better. Still had some, spread out. Again, I feel as though I may be pulling some of those. It is an unrested position. It is blowback. Not making excuses, but it is what it is for a smooth bore airsoft blowback pistol. On to the right target. 10 more rounds. Okay, we got 10 more rounds of the 0.25 gram BBs. Looks a bit better with me. Getting more familiar with the trigger. Yeah, definitely a little tighter. I mean, it's still a little bit opened up, but I seem to got everything more in the same area, just windage wise. Elevation seems to be okay. I haven't adjusted the hop up or the sights. By the way, those were the 0.25 gram maximum precision BBs from Game Face. Let's try 20 rounds with 0.30 gram BBs and see if weight helps with accuracy. Right target. Fired off some quicker shots there. It is what it is. Definitely a lot higher. More to the right. So, you decide. Any better accuracy with 0.30 gram BBs? Again, unsupported, blowback, smooth bore, non-adjusted sights, or hop up. 6.5 yards. Well, here's a little challenge. Now that I used up all my targets on one sheet, let's use the 0.25 gram BBs. These seem to be the most accurate. I have 15 shots loaded up. Let's see how I do. I'm going to start with the big targets and then work my way down to the small targets. See how many of those I can hit. I'm going to try to hit each of them one time. If I miss, I'll have to use another round. I didn't do too good with the smaller targets. But it's a pretty little good challenge there to try. After going back and looking at the video, I was doing good up until here. It took me two shots, and then everything here started shooting high for some reason, and I didn't fare too well the rest of that, and then I was out of ammo. But little idea what to do with these when they're all used up. I mean, you can even put little numbers in there for points like 10, 20, 50, or 100. You know, that'd be something fun to do. A little bit more of a challenge with your airsoft pistols. Now let's try some plinking. We'll start with the aluminum bear can, then we'll move to the tuna tin can. We'll try to knock down the lid as best as we can, and then with the tin can, maybe it's a spaghetti-o can, we'll just see what kind of damage we can do to it. I doubt we'll get any penetration. And I'll be using the 0.25 gram BBs. In my previous velocity test, these seem to get the most energy, so we'll see how they'll do. I have both magazines loaded up with 15 rounds each. Like I said, I'll start with the aluminum and then work my way to the right. So, plinking test with the Taurus PT 24/7 Gen 2 from Cybergun using 0.25 gram BBs. Well, that was a lot of fun. Let's take a look at what we got over here. Pretty good job on the aluminum can. We had some go clean through. Notice the sharp edges. As I stated in some of my previous videos, if you're shooting with younger shooters, make sure they don't handle these. We didn't quite knock this down. Put some pretty good dents in it. Nothing penetrated. Caught one of them. Probably off the ricochet or nothing here. Some really nice dents, no penetration. You could probably see the BBs bouncing back in the video, so. Alrighty. So there you have some target testing, some plinking testing with the Taurus PT 24/7 Gen 2 from Cybergun. We'll go back to the review table and I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, back at the review table with the Taurus PT 24/7 Gen 2 from Cybergun. We did some accuracy testing today on some paper targets. Wasn't the greatest. Again, it's airsoft. Smooth bore barrel. I was shooting at 6.5, probably closer to 6 yards, using the 0.20 gram and 0.25 gram BBs. We also tried the 0.30 gram BBs. Seemed like it had the best accuracy with the 0.25 gram BBs. We also did some plinking with the 0.25 gram BBs. Had no problems penetrating aluminum can. Tin cans, we made some dents, made some noise. If I didn't have them taped down definitely enough energy to most likely knock them over. A little side note, I was using the same CO2 cartridge in the magazine that I used during the accuracy testing on the penetration, so you know that might have affected the tin can test a little bit, but being plastic BBs, most likely not. Anyhow, it was a very fun test, and pretty much that's all that matters. As long as you're having fun, hey, you know, that's all that counts. My newest addition, the Taurus PT 24/7 Gen 2 from Cybergun, CO2 powered airsoft replica. I love it. It's a fun gun, great blowback, and I'm glad I acquired it. It's a great piece to have in my collection. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.